So a little birdie told me that you still cannot lay your wig. Don't worry, bestie, I got you. I'm going to show you how to lay your wig. We're about to end 2025 and get into 2026. You need to get your wig to look this good. Let me show you how I do mine without stressing myself too much. Always cornrow my hair myself because you know what? We cannot be breaking the bank, okay? If you cannot do it yourself, get somebody to get your hair cornrowed, because if your hair is big underneath, your wig is going to be big, and we don't want that. No, we don't. So I'm using this gel, it's the gummy wax gel, to just slick my edges back, just get them out of the way because I don't want the glue to take off my edges, okay? We still want edges, we still want to rock our natural hair. What you want to do is to get some alcohol and just clean around the area because the skin produces oil, the air gel's got oils, you don't want the oils to interfere with the wig and then the lace glue and then make it lift quicker. This is the wig I'm using today. And she's so pretty. It's from Iseehair. Iseehair, holla at your girl. The lace was proper white. I actually did my own DIY lace tint. I put a bit of alcohol and then my foundation. Actually, it's foundation 2 shades darker than me. And then put that in, mix that together, and I use a little brush and then just apply that on the lace. And this made it match my skin to a T. I could literally wear this as a glueless unit, but today I'm going out, so I want it to be secure. I don't want the wig to blow out my wig. And also, I don't know if it's just me, but with the shape of my head, like the front part of my head, whenever I wear like a glueless unit, unless it's proper clipped in, which the clip irritates my scalp, unless it's proper clipped in, I find the lace or the wig moving back my forehead because my head is just so round. It's not got like definitions to like keep the wig in place. It just slides back, so you don't want that. So I'm just going to put the wig on. So I'm just securing the hair out of my face so I can have a bit of space to work on the front. I'm just getting a crocodile clip and then just clip that back. This could be a cute style on its own, but that's not what we're wearing it today. We're just wearing it like all down today. So I'm just gonna fix the front. You can see it's already looking like my hair. I could literally go out like this without actually putting any glue or anything on, but today I'm going to be using the Ebin hairspray. This hairspray is so strong. I feel like it works so good for me, unless I'm trying to go out and stay out late. I will not be using any other glue. It would just be this one that I spray on. It's just quick, it dries quickly, it dries clear. I want to do 2 layers. So the first layer I'm doing on is just spreading it down slightly and then go ahead and blow dry. I'm blow drying this on cool hair and I'm blowing it dry to be fully dried. You can touch it with your fingers when you're done blow drying it. As long as it's fully dried, you're fine. And then after you fully blow dried it the first time, you go back in a second time, you spray it again. This time around, you're not going to take that much time blow drying it because you don't want it to be too dry before you put the lace on, because you still want the lace to have something to hold on to. So now you just want to place your lace. Make sure it's not like folded or anything. Just place that down on top of the glue that you've just put on your head, and then just let that stay a bit. And then you can also use a blow dry to blow dry it. I like to do this in section because sometimes, like I said, the shape of my head, the thing can just slide off. So I like to make sure one part is secure, one side first, and then do the other side as well after. So I'm just doing the same thing, just putting the lace down, making sure it's where I want it to be. It's not too forward. You don't want to put the wig on your forehead, okay? We're not doing that, honey. So you just put that on, get your blow dry, and then blow dry this again. Again, we're not using hot hair. It's just everything is cool hair. I'm taking a rat tail comb and then just pressing that part down, adjusting it if I need to right before the glue completely sets. So I'm just going to place that in each section, make sure I'm pressing that onto my head to make sure the glue does not lift and the hair is secured. We want it to be secured. So once we're done with that, I'm just going to get my cotton round and then with the alcohol and just clean around, because you don't want the excess glue or spray to be on your forehead, otherwise it's going to be proper shiny. So I go back in again because the edges of the lace is not fully dried or glued down rather. I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of the spray and then just tap with a flat brush just to make sure the glue is proper there, it's secured. We want the lace to not move. Like, we don't want it to be moving. We don't want to be worried that the wind is going to blow the wig away. I'm still not an expert in laying wigs, but I feel like the longer you take and the more patient you are in getting the wig on, the longer and the better looking it will come out. So just take your time, look at what you need to do, apply the glue where you need to do that. And then after I've done this stage, I also go back in again, blow dry again on cool hair to make sure this dries down fully before I go in with the bond spray. So this is meant to help the lace melt completely onto my scalp. I do this step before I tie the lace down. So I just, again, using the same brush, I just spray that on the top of a container or whatever product you have there, and then I just tap it very close to the edge of the lace, and then just tap that down again. Once I'm done tapping this, I go back in with the blow dryer, blow dry it down on cool hair, never on hot hair, because you don't want the heat to start making the lace, the glue melt and then making it lift. So hot hair is not your bestie at this stage. You just want to blow dry it on cool hair. Now we're gonna get the lace band and then just tie your edges. Tie it as hard, as tight as you can. I'm quite sensitive. I get a headache real quick if I tie it too tight, so I'm not going to be doing it too tight. But once you're done tying it, you can leave it on for about 10 to 20 minutes. If you want it to stay longer, you can. It's up to you. But don't leave it too long, because if you leave it too long, you start sweating, and the sweat and the, salt in your swell start making the lace sort of like the glue sort of come off again, and you don't want that. You don't leave it too long, don't leave it too little. So yeah, I love using this Superdrug vitamin E serum mist on my hair as well. My wigs just love it, and even my natural hair. I'm just gonna spray that into my hair and then brush that down, making sure the hair is proper saturated. The thing about this hair is it loves water. Curly units loves water, so hydration is key. So I go ahead and do that. I put a little bit of oil. I didn't show this part here, but I put a little bit of oil as well, just to give it that shine and moisturize it as well. And then once I'm done with the brushing and detangling of the hair, I like how it looks, I then go in with a bit of mousse. I'm using the mousse to just make sure the curls pop and the curls are quite defined. Right now the curls are really defined. It's not really needing that much, but I do that anyway just to give it that oomph. You see how it looks right after I put the mousse on. As it's a curly unit, I also just go ahead and do a scrunchy method, like just scrunch the hair up a bit, just to make sure like the ends as well is not like looking raggedy, it's just looking defined and curly as it should. Okay, so we're gonna do this on both section of the hair, so go back, repeat the same process. Okay, you have to be patient. If you want your hair to come out looking cute, you want to look like a cutie potato, you need to take your time to do this. Okay, I understand that some ladies don't have the time, don't have the strength to do it. That's fine, but your wig is going to be looking like this. Whatever is left on my hand, I just sort of go over the head, the top part of my head as well. I just take the brush that down. I like my wig to be relatively flat. I don't like it to be too like high up. I want it to look like my head. Okay, it's looking like it's growing from my scalp, so I like that to be flat. So just go ahead and do that. So the next steps now, because I've tied it down, I'm just going to style the hair, do whatever I need to do at this stage. I'm going to get a bit of my foundation color. So the foundation color matches my skin. So the lace underneath it, if you want to tint it, you tint it with a darker shade. And if you're putting at this stage now, just to define the part, you use your foundation shade, which is what I'm doing. So I just put that in there just to give my hair a little so it looks like the pattern is straight. Even though I didn't really do much of the party. I did it before, but yeah. So it's time to take off the band now. So my ears were hurting at this point, so I took it off, and this is the final look. Guys, this is how it looks, but there's one more thing I do before I actually end up leaving or starting my makeup. I make sure to like brush the front a little bit back, just to make sure the glue is not like stuck onto the hair itself. Bestie, you're pretty much done at this stage, but there's still just one more extra step. So one last thing I like to do, because if you look, it's a bit shiny at the edge of it. I'm just gonna get my bronzer, this middle shade here, and I'm just gonna go over that part, so that way it takes away the shininess of the lace. And voila, here is the final look. Look at it. It looks like my hairline. It doesn't look fake. It looks melted. Come closer, and if you can see it up close, can you see that? So this is the final look, guys. I really love how it came out, and this is one of my favorite curly unit, and I just love it. I cannot wait to do my makeup and get up cute with this hair on, because it's giving mermaid vibes. Anyway, if you watched this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see next, so that way I can try to, you know, do videos according to what you guys like. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed. Mwah. Bye.